Hey everybody, it's Lewis Porter Jr. Here on a Sunday doing a special edition of Transparency Agenda. I didn't plan to do one. But I decided since Paizo dropped the big announcement that we had to do something exciting and had to talk it up a little bit. So here we are. As you see, at my lovely abode. Let me show you. I'm on the patio, enjoying my lovely backyard under this lovely weather here in South Florida. So it's hot, and I'm just relaxing and chilling. So you see, I've got my feet up on the chair. So I'm doing a lot of hard work here. Okay. Since Paizo made this big announcement, I guess it's time to start talking about what's going to go on, what people have responded, what other people have made some comments. Is it getting all crazy? And, first off, Starfinder, I like the idea. I did very well with D20 Future back in the OGL days. I thought it was excellent. I thought it worked very well. I thought it made a lot of sense. I'm glad they did this. I like what I see. It's a little bit. I'm not expecting a lot, but first off the bat, I'm pretty happy with it. And I like that it's going to be part of Pathfinder, while at the same time still being its own piece. So I like that a lot. I think that in itself gets me even more interested. But I'm not going to lie. Look, for the last couple of weeks, I've been kind of like down on like, oh, what am I going to work on next? Oh, something else for Pathfinder, something fantasy. Oh, I wish they had announced something. I wish they'd give me something, like my juices flowing with something exciting again, something kind of cool. And, sitting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And just like, I hope something good. And yesterday I was like going, oh man, I don't even feel like publishing anything anymore. It's not, I've done so much stuff, it's the same old stuff. I wish they'd come up with something exciting. And then literally the same day, boom, get the announcement for Starfinder, and I'm like, that's what I needed. That's what I needed to hear. That's what got me excited. So I'm very happy with that. I've heard some people on my end from publishers who've made some comments to me about what they think and what does it really mean and all this, and I'm just like, okay, first and foremost, all right, whatever you might think about the product personally, big plane over, disturbing my calmness, whatever you might think of what's going on about it, first and foremost, it's good because it's got people excited. Anything that's people excited in this industry, I'm all for. I think it's a good thing. I think it's good for us. I think it's good for us long term. That's number one. Number two, I think it's going to be a great opportunity for a lot of people. Very thirsty today. Including let's just talk. If you're a third-party publisher and you wanted to do science fiction, but you couldn't find a way to really get something together, and you've done Pathfinder, this is a perfect way to do this. I think this is a great way to set you up for that. I know for myself on just our OGL stuff, our Polymecha line that we did back, 10 years ago, that was a good seller for us, and still today continues to be a good seller. I mean, D20 Modern and the Modern OGL and all that has been like, out of, circulation for what? Probably 5 to 6 years easily, probably more like 8, and we still get sales off that. I mean, that tells you how popular that system was. Every month, I get sales from it. And I don't mean like, oh, I got like 3 sales. I'm talking like 20, 30 products moving on it. So, there's a fan base for it. There's definitely a fan base for it. And I've seen that, in my sales. So I'm like, oh, thank you. So this might be the thing that gets people interested in checking it out, saying, hey, what can I bring to this? What exciting thing can I do to this? So I think that's number one. I think if you're a third-party guy who's a publisher, now's the time to start looking for some stuff. Thinking about what you want to do. Think about what the future of your campaign might be. That being said, I know there's a couple guys who have futuristic campaigns in Pathfinder, who have developed some stuff out, and they've developed all this stuff out, and, it's like, hey, if I was you, I would spend the next year just putting out fluff material, getting people ready for when the actual release for Starfinder comes out. I mean, think about this. You got your setting already done. Everything's done. You got it. Everything is done. But once again, they came up with this. So this kind of interferes with your thing. Am I going to go Pathfinder or am I going to go Starfinder? Which one is the best one to do? Well, if you've already done the work, you can release it now like that. You can release it now like that. Or you can wait. If you can, not everybody can, but if you can, Spend the year just developing out the awesome idea of what you're doing. You spend putting out, not any crunch content, but all the soft content. Stuff that people can go, oh, fluff. It's all like, oh, that's kind of cool. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, that's cool. You can keep doing this for a long time. I mean, you can give them small bites, or you can give them large bites, whatever. But you can constantly give them these bites until it releases in August of next year. I mean, think about it. It's an entire year of developing fans for your product. And if you want to be really good about it, release your entire history. Release your entire history for free. It's your history you're setting. There's nothing crunch should be in there. It should be all fluff. Boom, put it out. Design it real nice, how you'd like it to look, put it together, package it, boom, put it out. Then you put a link in. And if you do this up to RPG Now, they automatically go on your mailing list. So you find a way to get them on your mailing list. Because that's really what you're trying to do. Get them on your mailing list. You put a coupon on there for the product in the future that you're going to sell. You say, hey, you got this. Here's a coupon. Come back. All right, let me see. Andrew Lucas said, I've been sitting in a couple of sci-fi RPG settings. This might be the time to develop them. Yes, now is definitely the time to develop them. Andrew, if you've got, look, all you need really is like 20, 30 pages. If you've got 20, 30 pages of fluff and you're ready to go, put it out. You could really get into it, over the year, what you're going to develop, but put it out the small stuff. Here's the thing that people, and this is just, I think it's a good idea. This is just for me. I thought it was a good idea when I did it. I've suggested to other people. I think this works. Take a race that you're building, something that you know is going to be in your setting. Release all the fluff. Release everything except for the crunch. Just release the fluff. We did that for Kalathon, for our Pirates of the Bronze Sky. And people kept raving, saying, when are you going to put up the rules for it? When are you going to put the rules for it? Oh, I love the fluff. When are you going to put the rules for it? And people keep talking about this. We still haven't put up the rules for it yet. It's still not even done yet. And it's like, wow, man, and this thing is like 5 or 6 years old. People are still downloading it. Because the art was awesome. The fluff was awesome. And all you need to do is sell them the crunch. And you've already got so many people interested in it. So it's like, hey, I like what I saw. I want to see more. Here's my money. Bidding. Easy sale. You're done. You're done with that. You're ready to go. Have a nice day. Continue. I think that's number one. That's a great way to build your fan base over the year. Second thing over the year, find something that you actually want to see in a sci-fi setting. Find the thing that excites you about sci-fi, and then you do a product on that for Starfinder. That's pretty simple. It doesn't sound like, oh, why not? Me, I'm still debating. I know I'm going to be doing something that has to do with power armor. I know I'm going to do something with mecha. I might do some planetary stuff, because I think, developing a planetary system is important. Are there rules for that? I don't know. Okay. Dale Norman says, Dragon Star, yes. I think a lot of people will be developing Dragon Star and its various names, whatever they're going to call it. And somebody might call it Dragon Star. I think Final Fantasy, I believe, still owns that. So, you might want to talk to them, see if you can license the name alone. If you can't, see if you can license the game. They've got a lot of defunct stuff they're not using. I think it's Fantasy Flight. Was that Fantasy Flight? I think it was Fantasy Flight. Uh-oh, here he comes. Who is that?
Me?
What's going on?
Well, I'm trying to find you.
I'm right here. I'm outside doing my video.
Oh, I want for you.
I know you love videos. Close the door. Get the AC out. So you want to come out, see everybody, say hello to everybody?
Who is that guy?
That's me and you. They just see we're on the internet. See? You see your face? See? Calm down. Calm down. Stop getting excited. We're doing stuff here. I'm doing work here. Calm down. We're getting too excited. All right, so you can sit here and watch. All right? Why are you getting in front of my face? This is what happens. You get too excited. So wait a minute. I'm talking stuff here. Yes, that was Fantasy Flight. See? So yeah. So I think, calm down. I know you like looking at yourself in the mirror. I know you're your mother's child. Yeah. So what does this mean to Crisis? Oh, that's a good question.
Hi, everybody.
Calm down. All right. Here, sit next to me so I can talk to this. Because you're getting heavy. All right. You want to sit next to me? Calm down. You want to sit next to me?
Right here?
Yeah, sit over there. Sit over there.
Hi, everybody. I hope to see you.
Okay, calm down. You're getting way too excited. Jeez.
Oh, can I sit in your lap?
Here, sit over here. Sit right next to me.
Oh, wait.
I said sit right next to me, not on my lap. Okay. All right.
Hi, everybody.
All right, listen to Daddy talk. This is important. Just sit and relax for 2 seconds, all right? So, yeah. How is this going to affect Crisis? XE, everybody say hello to you. Hello. All right. This is not going to affect Crisis. We've already done the work on Crisis. We built that out before.
Hi, everyone.
We built it out before, so I'm definitely not going to change it. Like I said, we've already done all the work for it. Plus, it really is not that. Now, that being said, I did talk to...
Hi, everybody.
goodness. I talked to Michael this morning.
Hi, everybody. I'm Michael.
Quiet. I talked to Michael McCarthy this morning about redoing and possibly doing
Hi,
an add-on.
everybody. I'm Michael. I'm Julia.
Relax. You know what? You're too excitable. I got to switch you aside. You get too excited, you see yourself. We talked about...
Hi, everybody. I will teach you.
Calm down. So we talked about redoing Chronicles of the Gatekeepers as with an add-on specifically for...
Hi, everybody.
Specifically for the new Starfinder. So
Hi,
that's a very
everybody.
big possibility because if you know the adventure, it kind of makes sense if we actually did something like that. So I don't know.
Hi, everybody.
Okay, when you scream into it, people can't hear what Daddy's saying, and they're trying to listen to this. This is important. This is important. I'm giving them awesome knowledge. You know? So I'm giving them stuff so they can use on their business. You know, because that's what we're trying to do.
What's a business?
That's what we do. When Daddy's in his office doing his work, that's his business.
Oh, I can see the patio.
Yes, we're on the patio. All right, you gonna go back inside and watch some SpongeBob?
Yeah, and then what's some juice?
Well, can I finish this and give you some juice?
Yeah?
All right, let me finish this and I'll give you some juice.
Yeah, you can look all day, Daddy.
Thank you, little man. I do appreciate that. I can work all day. And we know we got those ribs in there in the crock pot working that, so we're working hard. Was that Pawpaw? Who's at the front door? Oh my goodness. So now I gotta figure out who's at the front door. It might be Pawpaw. So yeah, so I think that'd be... Who is it, Lucas? It is Pawpaw and Granny. Oh. Well, you know, I would be talking to you right now, but I'm doing my video, so you'll have to wait. So, my parents have come in to see how nice it is. I'm on my patio, on my veranda, as I call it. So now we're talking about more stuff we're saying. I think, so after all the craziness in my house, you can understand what goes on. So, once again, I think that, you know, we're not changing Crisis. That's not going to be happening. There will probably most likely be an add-on to Chronicles. There might be an add-on to Crisis. Maybe. And that's a big maybe because we really built it to be specifically for Pathfinder and being third-party centric. That being said, I think this could be a great system in the sense of getting more third-party guys to work together on stuff. I think from a purely business standpoint, it's a perfect opportunity. It's very, very early in the development. The people who are involved in development are people passionate about that genre. I mean, let's be honest. When I heard Owen was on it, I was like, not even worried about it. Because I know Owen. I've met Owen. I've known Owen for years. I know what he writes about. I know what he likes when he writes. So it's like, you know, sci-fi, that's very much in his wheelhouse. Not even a second thought. They said, you don't say anything else to me. I was like, oh, Owen's on it? Doing science fiction? Okay, great. It's going to be great. So that's why I feel that this is a great opportunity for us as publishers to find some really awesome stuff to do, interesting and exciting, and people, you know, hyped up on it. I'm just, you know, that's just me. You know, that's it. There are some downsides. Let me talk about some downsides. Since we talk about all the upsides, here's the downsides. I know a couple companies who have stuff that's releasing like now that they've done for the Pathfinder, and now you have this Starfinder coming out that kind of more fits their product. So, you know, I wonder. It's like, in one case, you know, I can't remember the actual company's name, and it's Alcina. I mispronounce it all the time. Alcina? I don't know how much money they have left from the Kickstarter. I know their Kickstarter made, you know, an impressive number. So I'm hoping they have enough money left over that they possibly can make a change. Because, I mean, their setting looks very much like what Starfinder should be. And it's like, holy cow. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. You know, Althera. Althera? Is it? Pronounce it. It's Aethera. Aethera? Aethera? See, this is why it's important to always say the name of what you're doing. So when people like me, who are horrible at pronouncing words, can go and just mash up your thing. But, you know, you know, it's one of those situations of they raised a lot of money. They raised like $52,000, and now this comes out. And I know they've already done the work. Aethera. Well, see, Aethera. See, there you go. they've done a lot of pre-work on this, and they kind of fall in directly into this. This should have been a project that should be perfect for Starfinder. So, it's one of those. Ooh, how bad. Do they have a lot of money left over, or a little bit of money left over? If they've got a lot of money left over, this could not be a bad thing. This could be an awesome thing for them, because you have one for Pathfinder, and then you have one for Starfinder, and that kind of thing. But if it's like they blew most of their money on the Pathfinder version, and now they need to go back to the well and do the Starfinder one, that's going to be a problem. And not with the sense of, I don't think the product's quality. I think it's going to be tough to tell people, hey, yes, I've given you money for this project. Here's the project done. Oh, and by the way, we needed some more money to redo the same project, but for this system. And I think, if you did it at the same time, if they'd known, who knew? If they'd known, it'd be one thing. But after the fact, it's kind of difficult to go back and forth and jump like that. So it has that issue. So I think they've got enough money left over. It shouldn't be a problem. And it's something that you definitely be thinking about doing. Automatic. I mean, I know that they put a message out. They said they were talking to the guys at Paizo about getting a list of the third-party guys, the rules. I said for myself, I'm good either way. If I get the rules first or get the rules later, my team of guys are professionals. They're gonna get it. They're gonna eat the stuff. They're gonna, they know what game design should look like and what balance should look like. I think you're gonna see some of that. I think you're gonna see that as a very big, interesting point. So I'm not worried so much on that. And there are other companies doing stuff. It's amazing how this has changed everything for a lot of people. Yesterday this time, no one was even thinking about it. Now, 24 hours later, that's what the internet is ripe with, especially for gaming or for Pathfinder. What we're going to see, what we're going to see from the Starfinder, and even better. Will this become organized play? I'm assuming it's going to become organized play. If they have an organized play system already developed, why would it not? So I think that will happen. See, that's very interesting. See, Andrew Lucas put, I don't know if you guys can read this, because I had a Star Hero book planned to do with Bruce Harlick from Hero Games fame back in the day. Yeah, and it probably would be perfect, but I'm sure you've already done all the fluff work. The fluff work's already done. It's just, let's get the mechanics together. But if the fluff is done, that's a good percentage. The mechanics are mechanics. You can work on that. So I don't think that's a big issue. I think it's going to be just turning the stuff around. I mean, one of the funny things about this whole thing, for me as a publisher, is we built an entire line called our stock Armada line, and we were doing science fiction ships and stuff like that you can use into your gaming that you can use for publishing. And now, but at first we were getting good sales. They weren't great, but they're still good. It's okay, we're moving. But now that there's going to be a line of stuff for Pathfinder, and they're going to need ships and that kind of stuff, we've moved from being, oh, this is kind of important, to, whoa, this is incredibly important. And, we did a couple, well, actually did two ships for Spelljammer focused stuff. Then we did some more traditional science fiction stuff. So I think we're going to have a great opportunity right there to do some stuff that people are explaining. Yes. You're concerned it's going to dilute the player base. People always say that. I get this. Pathfinder is definitely one thing. I think it's possible to think there will be some dilution. There will be some people who play both, or some people play one or the other, but there will be some people who've never played Pathfinder because it was fantasy. There's some people who go, oh, okay, this is not fantasy, this is science fiction, or science fantasy, depending on what you want to call it. I think those kind of people will get an opportunity to check out another system. Because sci-fi guys like me, I play fantasy stuff, but it's really sci-fi. It's all sci-fi. I'm doing tons of sci-fi. I mean, look, Neo Exodus is 100% science fiction. I've just covered it up in a great science fantasy setting. We have an advanced AI system that's magical based that could easily be a computer. It's not even it's not even a slight jump. It's pretty easy to do that one. So I think people will want to see this kind of thing. I think there's already fans out there. There are people who play Rifts, there are people who play GURPS who might be interested in this. There's people who play Savage Worlds. It's, once again, the engine itself is interesting, while at the same time, it's the fluff that gets people interested in. I mean, it's an engine. The engine works like it's supposed to, but the fluff is what gets people excited. That's the big piece, at least in my eyes. saying Pathfinder's double downing on Eclipse Phase and Savage Worlds territory. Yeah, I mean those are good territories to double down on. I mean Eclipse Phase, you know, I've said that in a post. Oh, I think whoever gets that one going, whoever decides to do transhuman horror, that's a niche of a niche of a niche. That's a fan base niche that gets a lot of play. And Eclipse Phase, well, I think he gave away the game initially. This could be a great thing for them to jump on. I mean, like, holy cow, man! Look at that niche. Not the guy who already, you know, Eclipse Phase already has a fan base, so someone could license that out, or he could do it, and that could be like an instant, you know, opening up to new fans who've never seen it before, and then moving some of his fans who've never maybe played a Pathfinder game into trying it out because they're fans of Eclipse Phase. Same thing with Savage Worlds. Oh, I love Savage World. I love this idea. I love this concept. Now they have it for Pathfinder. Now I can find more people to play with, because that's what we want to do. We want to play in different worlds. And maybe the rules aren't what we want totally, but as long as you're playing and having a good time and people are enjoying themselves, that's 90% of it right there. So I think that will be huge. I think, I think that's going to be huge. So, you know, I have to say, you know, from a purely publisher standpoint, I'm always impressed the way Paizo treats its third-party guys. I mean, they didn't have to put an OGL on this. They didn't have to. It didn't have to be OGL. It didn't have to be, you know, a positive thing. They could have closed it out and said, nope, we're going to do it for the first year, and maybe if you're lucky, we'll open it up. No, they didn't do that. They did the exact opposite. They said, oh, no, we're going to open it up. There's going to be an OGL. There's going to be a certain logo for it, and then people can make products for it, because they know in the long run it's better when you have third-party guys working hard to help supplement your stuff. And that's all we're doing. It's basically being advertising for them. And it works. It works for both of us, because really there's niches that they're never going to cover that we're going to cover and do better than they did. Look, I'll put it to you bluntly. Paizo's doing a horror book coming out in a couple weeks. I've built Obsidian Apocalypse to be that horror cornerstone for Pathfinder. Now, people are going to go, they're going to get that book from Pathfinder and say, oh my god, I love horror, I'm a big horror fan. What other stuff is out there for horror? Well, I've already established myself having stuff, and we've got products to go with it. So now, whoever buys that book most likely will find their way to my book. You know, we bid as a Kickstarter, so we know there's a following, a small following, but a genuine supportive following. And they got the books; they love the books. We got a 5-star review, got a seal of approval. I mean, good lord, that's a great book. That's probably the best book we've done. You know, I think it's probably one of the best books we've ever done, visually and an actual production and game design wise. It's an awesome book. I mean, just really. So this could be another opportunity to do that with another property. So I'm all excited. I'm very excited about this. I think this is going to be cool. I mean, think about it. If you take any game that's played fantasy, I mean, what's going on here is kind of like what Game Workshop has done. We have Warhammer Fantasy, and then we have Warhammer 40,000. You know, and we use some of the ideas from the fantasy that work over, and vice versa. So it's like you can come up with some really cool ideas. No, oh, I want to do an undead army. Well, no, we'll do Necrons. I mean, come on, that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart thing to do. And you know, I think that Paizo has at least thought that part out. I think with the organized play aspect, I think it only helps it out even more. I think if you're a publisher now, you should be thinking about how can I take the stuff I've already done, converting a way that makes it even more interesting to the future. Plus, I mean, there's tons, and I mean this literally. There is tons of OGL content from back in the day, from D20 Modern, D20 Future, D20, even D20 Past, that you can convert and probably use on this. So I think you're going to see a lot of conversions. I think you're going to see a lot of people doing cool stuff. Okay, here's one I'm going to talk about, and I know the person I'm going to talk about this is going to punch me in the face for this, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it before everyone else does. If you're going to do a line of spells for this is the time to start thinking, because there are going to be spells, and there's spells already available for the modern stuff, so and sci-fi. So you go through all these old books you can find some old guy stuff, and think about doing. And this is an idea. I'm not saying do it. I'm not saying it's better than anything, but like Right Publishing corner the market doing their 101 spells. Boom. I think, you know, we'll be doing that for this. Of course, they're going to be doing that for this. I think that's just a logical step. So don't be surprised when you see that. It's not surprising. I'd expect them to. It's a smart move for them. You know, I think you're going to see people do stuff that they've already done in a fantasy thing, upgraded to this whole new thing. So don't be surprised by that. You just got to find your niche. I mean, look, I already have my spell card ideas already planned out. It's like, oh, look, they're going to be spells? Well, they're going to need spell decks. Boom. Let me get this started. I'm going to design them out probably in the next week, have it all designed ready, so when it comes out as an OGL, boom, take the information, put it on there, boom, done. Have a nice day. Here's your cards. And remember, we still got a year. We got a year till this stuff comes out. So we have a lot of great ideas that can be developed and thought about and looked over and given input on. So, you know, don't think these are just the, you know, this is where it ends. This is just the beginning. Oh, yeah. Just the beginning. It's only going to get crazier from here. And also, with the third-party guys, here's a great opportunity for you to start teaming up with people. Look, back in the day, Paradigm Concepts and Green Ronin teamed up on a group of books. It was like 4 or 5 books. They did something called OGL Interlink. And I've mentioned it before in these ads. I think if you're smart... Is that my sprinklers? It is my sprinklers. Well, that's why the sprinklers don't go out? Okay. It's the perfect time for my sprinklers to come on because it's burning hot. So they did it. They teamed up and they did like different sides or something. Like one side did dwarves, other ones did giants. One side did elves, the other ones did orcs. I think you could do the same thing in this kind of future-esque setting. I think it could be done very well. I think it could be like awesomely done well. You know, I know in my mind, even for Neo Exodus, I've been kicking around how am I going to do nulls for the setting. I'd like to bring them in because I want to find a way to do them kind of differently. And but you know, but this kind of gives it a different spin. I can see it from the future. This is how they're going to happen in the future. Well, how would they be in the past? How can I get them? You know, how can I make that connection? So those are some ideas to play with. I just think it's interesting. Yeah, Crisis. We already have the framework set up for it, but like I said, it was set up to be a fantasy base. Maybe by the time, I mean, with realistic, Crisis is done. I mean, when I say done, I set the maps off last week. I still got to get the art, but it's like we did all the writing. We've done all the basic writing from all 3 adventures. The iconic book we did, the rewards iconics. We still got to work with people on that, but like the heavy lifting, the really long term stuff, is already done. So it's like, you know, hey, just fill the blanks, put people's feats and spells and that stuff together, and that kind of stuff is a little easier to do than actually writing the full adventure, making sure it fits, getting the maps for it. No, we've done all that, so I think it's going to be, you know, you know, we might change our mind on Crisis, you know, but I think maybe a sequel might be better. A sequel might be better, you know, for Crisis, or like I said, or you know, Chronicle. I think that's a better choice. But once again, I also have to see more of what's going on with this. You know, I got to see what they have planned. What's Paizo's plan? How are they going to approach it? And this is just, you know, this is just a Sunday special edition doing this. You know, I didn't expect it. I really didn't expect it to be that. You know, so I thought it was a great push. But that's where we're going. So if you're a fan of, you know, if you're a fan of sci-fi, this is your time. This is your time to see some cool stuff. This is your time to really get excited about the process. So think about what you can do to add to it. What can you put on there that people are going to get even more excited about? That's about it. All right, I got to go finish doing these ribs. I got them in a slow cooker. It's a lot of work here. Yeah. Yeah, Crisis, you know, could be a movement for collaboration. I would like to be. You know, there's tons of guys who are going to have some interesting collaboration. You know, like Dreamstar Press, another prime example. They are the de facto psionics guys. How is that going to tie into what Starfinder is doing? You know, that'll be interesting. Will we be supporting a whole new side series based on what they've done, or one that Paizo's done? Like I said, it's still too early in the game. I just want to do a quick little video, and it's not been that quick, and it's not that little, of course. But I think a lot of people just want to do cool stuff. You know how it is. So let me put it out there to everybody. So if you're interested in possibly writing for us, now's the time you want to approach me. Send me an email. Everybody knows my email address, but let me tell it again. It's lmpjr007@gmail.com. If you're interested in writing something for Pathfinder, maybe something for Starfinder, like I said, we're still pretty open now. It's going to be some good times. I mean, somebody's getting paid. Somebody's getting paid some money. That's all I know. I'm working hard and putting out books, but somebody's going to be a happy person getting that paycheck over the summer. It's going to be a good summer, a good winter, a good fall. That's all I can say about that. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you probably tomorrow. I may not. It is a day off, but I might just still find something cool to talk about. Something might happen within 24 hours where I got to talk about it. You never know. All right, everybody. Talk to you later. And as always, thanks for your support.